Restaurant owners all across Canada. This one's for free, but you better pay attention. Starting with the province of Ontario, as you know in Canada, it's very difficult to get a liquor license for your establishment. But when you do, you have to always be careful all of the time. It's like this constant brown-nosing thing with the people who work for the province and the liquor control boards of the various provinces. We have another problem now, though. Ontario is cooperating with the Canada Revenue Agency. If your taxes are not up to date, they're not going to renew your liquor license. So rule number one for liquor licenses, don't cheap out. Don't get it for 2 years thinking you're going to save some money. You're not. Do it for 5 years at a time. Just like driver's licenses, do it for between 5 and 10 years at a time. Always go to the maximum that you possibly can. Believe me, you'll thank me for that. Now, your restaurant has a name. Let's call it I don't know, Cavs. What's the name today here? Cavs, Juice, Steak, Fish, Bar, and Grill. All right, it's a stupid name. That's the name of the thing. But the name of your restaurant cannot be the corporation. Do not get a corporation in this name. You get a numbered corporation. So over here in the province of Ontario, it'll be something like 1008946 whatever, Ontario Incorporated. This silly name here is going to be a trademark owned by the corporation. So the corporation is going to do all of your sales. All of the sales are going to go through this numbered corporation. And if you remember all my lectures from before, you are never going to do your first tax return and never going to do your first GST return on a corporation or HST in Ontario, because if you do, then you're opening up the can of worms and signing the contract with the CRA to become an in-trust tax collector for them. So collect all your money, put it all in the numbered corporation here, and say positively nothing about it. Now your liquor license is going to be here, all right? Liquor license will be in that corporation. And here is how you completely protect yourselves. You already are paying a lease, or perhaps you even own the building for the restaurant. You're going to open up another numbered corporation here, like 1008964 Ontario Inc. All right. What's going to happen here is this is going to be another restaurant. So now what we could do is call it Fish VIP Bar. All right. It is a separate restaurant that runs inside of the same restaurant. That's right. You can have two restaurants in here. And what happens is this one does all of the sales after 5 p.m. Right. So you do like 5 p.m. onwards, all the sales are going to go into this one. And this one also gets a liquor license. And this corporation here, which is the VIP section of your bar, is a separate corporation with separate accounting and a separate liquor license. Is that amazing or what? So this one is also not going to be reporting any taxes. Then what we do is open up another numbered corporation in a different province. Perhaps we could do it in Alberta, because Alberta's got a lot of cool banks that we deal with out there, especially if it's Bow Valley Credit Union. They're fantastic. So what will happen here, this Alberta corporation is nothing more than, you guessed it, a holding company. That is correct. It's a holding company. What does this thing hold? It's going to hold all the assets, every single asset for your two bars in the province of Ontario. The holding company in Alberta owns the chairs, the menus, the desks, the computers, the point of purchase, the liquor. Everything is owned by this company here. This company here rents all of it, doesn't sell it, rents it to the other two corporations for $1 a year. We designate it as a holding company, and you put all your excess money here. So all the money that you do not need to operate your two restaurants inside of one building goes here. And this one, we do a tax return. Not for these, not for your operations companies, not ever. But we do a tax return here. So at the bottom of the page, where there's going to be a number, we have the word null, N-U-L-L. With a letter, if I'm your tax guy, I'll write a nice letter to the CRA, telling the CRA that this is a holding company and it does not conduct commerce. Ergo, the word null appears on the tax return and there's no taxes. In fact, they'll just type it in saying, oh, it's a holding company. All right, so let's repeat that. All right, let's go back. Let's go back. Your names are owned by the holding company. Menus, tables, chairs, the signage, the bar stools, the stoves, the kitchen, refrigerator, everything's owned by a company that doesn't do business. You're doing sales from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. in this company, never doing taxes. You're doing 5 p.m. onwards in this company, never doing taxes. Both of them operate inside of the same building. Both of them could have their own liquor license. And then, of course, you can go one step further and say that, I don't know, like this here will be just the fish. Let's see here. How about the fish massage bar? Okay, so you'll pay money in this one to massage fish. Who cares? Because you can get a liquor license for that one. And again, all of the assets are owned by your Alberta-based corporation, so that there's never a penny of tax being paid on your restaurant. Now, if the CRA eventually they're going to say, hey, you registered a corporation 4 years ago, could you do a tax return, please? That's when you call me, this handsome dude right here, and you say, hey, CRA wants to get some taxes done here on the Fish VIP bar. I'll say, no problem. You sell me that corporation. I'm going to take it off your hands. We're going to register a new Ontario corporation, so it's got different numbers on it, whatever. But the trade name of Kev's Fish, whatever, and the VIP, whatever, is still owned by the Alberta Holding Company. So you're just starting over. But it's the same restaurant. Get that? It's the same restaurant because the restaurant name is not the corporation. It's just the trademark. It's just your trade name. If you're doing taxes my way, if you're setting restaurants up my way, then you're going to keep 113% of every single invoice that you write. That is absolutely correct. This is how you make money in Canada. Split, divide, conquer, and hide. All right? Split, divide, conquer, and hide. If you have a restaurant anywhere at all in the province of Ontario, please understand that the province is cooperating fully with the Canada Revenue Agency. They have no legal obligation to do so, but for some reason, they're doing so. Now, I think we all know. Someone's getting greased. Someone's greasing the palm of someone else's hand. Someone's making money in this arrangement. If you want to keep your liquor license, you can never have tax debt. That's how you do it. My name is KevinJJohnston. I am Canada's absolutely #1 tax guy. And forget lawyers, tax lawyers, forget real estate lawyers, forget corporate lawyers. They suck at what they do because everyone's afraid of the CRA. And I'm the only one the CRA is terrified of because I do mean stuff to them. And mainly because I do not view anyone who works for the CRA as a human being. I don't have to. I have no legal obligation to treat them well, and I have no obligation whatsoever to capitulate to their instructions because they are just a for-profit corporation. They have no laws to back up anything they do, and I have already proven that to you. Get a hold of me at KevinJJohnston.com.